So this is Steven's Sausage Roll, a absolutely bizarre puzzle game. And I should warn you, it is also a very hard puzzle game, at least for me. I know that... Actually, oh, here's what I'm going to do. I'll start over in an empty slot, and then I get to act all clever by already knowing the solution to a bunch of the puzzles. One decision that they make in this game is that once you've completed a puzzle, you lose access to it. It goes away. And so it gives you this nice, satisfying sense of clearing the board of puzzles. But the problem is, if I want to show this game to somebody, the puzzles that I'm particularly, good at, the ones that I've shown I can already complete, they're gone. And so I have to... yeah, this is the only way I'm going to look any good playing this game, is if I just start over at the beginning and play some of the easy puzzles first. So you'll see what I control here is some weird little dude who's got some kind of forky thing in front of his face. And his job is to find all these sausages and cook them all. Needs to cook them well. Problem is, navigation is half its trouble here, because I got this big thing wagging around in front of my face. Like if I walk up next to this obstacle and I try to push up to rotate up, I can't. It's in my way. You can see I'm trying to move and I can't. So instead, if I wanted to move up, I would first have to point myself downwards, then back into that slot. So just navigating my character around is hard enough, which is, one reason it's a good decision that they had their overworld map work basically the same way as the puzzles, because it gives me a lot of opportunities to just practice moving my character around. So let's back into that spot right there. So if you point your stick in a direction, your character rotates in that direction, and then if they're already facing that direction, they'll move forward. So if you go to the side, they'll turn, and if you go back up. And so just figuring out how to get yourself into position is half the challenge sometimes. So I've got this sausage here, and my goal is to cook it on both sides. The question is, see, if I can't get it cooked on both sides, that's failure. And if I cook it, if I basically put it on an oven twice, or on a little stovetop twice, with the on the same side, that is also failure. Dropping into the water, also failure. So what I need to do is find a way. Okay, so I back towards it, turn again. That cooks it on that side. And then if I turn left again, that cooks it on the other side. Now the question is, how do I get it to go down further? I think I go like that. There we go. And then if I go up here, that cooks the last side. So each sausage has got to be cooked 4 separate times, exactly 4 times in exactly the right spots. Otherwise, it's a disaster. So the first time I played this, I did not beat that puzzle nearly as quickly. Okay, so let's try this one out. Okay, so this one looks like it'll be easy on one side at least. It looks that way. Problem is I put it there and I'm not sure I can get it out. I think this actually might be one I've never found a solution to. So it's over there and I don't think I've got a way. I mean, yeah, there's a way I can move it. I can slide it down this way, except what I just did was burn it on one side. Because if you make a move on the sausage and an already cooked part of it ends up on a stove, it gets cooked. So, whoa. I backed out a little further than I intended to. Okay, so that's not going to work. So that's probably going to have to be my last move. So, what to do instead? So, somehow... One thing that's interesting about this is because... So depending on which direction the sausage is rotating, different sides of it can or cannot use different stoves. Like the one side of it, the side that is down right now, that's the side that will be cooked by the leftmost stoves. if I roll it over there. There's no way for me to get the current top to be cooked by those, because the sausage always rolls. And so the current top can only be cooked by this one. So I can do that with it. The problem is, now that it's up, I don't think I have a way to get it back down. Ouch. So, yeah. You know what I'm saying, right? Like, I can roll it on there, but there's no way to get it back down again to cook the other end of it. So, okay. So I've got an idea. So what we probably need to do, is cook it there first. Then roll it over. Cook it there. Oh, whoops. Cook it there. Then roll it back onto there. Now we've cooked all 4. So it really helps with a game like this to sort of break the problem down, you know, to think, okay, what can't I do? is usually how I try to make this work. Like in that case, I knew that I could not move it to the left first. I knew that I had to end cooking it on the left because there's no way to get it out of there. And I knew that, you know, that I could only cook each side with one of the stovetops. And so by eliminating those issues, I could figure out how to do it. Okay, so I know I've done this one before. So this guy I can just put right on there, and that's great, except I can't ever move that guy again. Because if he goes anywhere, he's screwed. And so now this one, I mean, I can push it on there, but if I push it once more, the other one gets burned. So that's not going to work. So let's figure out what I can and can't do. One thing, so I can't do that. I can't, can I even do that? Yeah, there's just, So you got to wonder sometimes, you know, an assumption you can always make, like in like level-based, you know, adventure-type games or exploration-type games, is that, you know, if something is in the level, like there's a sort of economy that goes into video games. If there's something there, it's probably for a purpose. Like, why am I over here? Why do I have this little point? Like, is there something I'm supposed to be able to do from here? Like, one thing I could do is move something back to the middle after it had been out to the side. So maybe that, so I feel like I can't move that guy to the left. I don't think I have a mechanism to move him to the right, so I think I have to move him up. So let's entertain the idea of, wait, So I can't move that guy up because he burns. So I can do that with him, which gives me enough room to turn around and do what exactly? The problem is this first rank that I'm overlapping, this first rank of stoves, can cook one side of this sausage, but they can't cook the other one. To cook the other side of it, I have to get it to the second rank. So there has to be a way to cook one of the, like if I had some way, and let's just pretend that that's an okay thing to do. If I had a way to move this guy down, then I could just do that with him and then push the other guy parallel to him, right? That seems like it's the right answer. The problem is I can't figure out a way to get in there and do that. You know? So, maybe that's not a one I'm going to solve. Oh, come on. Come on. Maybe that's not one I'm going to solve. So let's find a different one. Moving around is so awkward. Let's try this guy. All right. So. So this sausage is on the right, behind my dude. I can cook the entire top of him over on the right side. But I can't cook the entire bottom, right? No, I can. No, I can slide it over and then... Except I can't. Actually, what if I cook just one side here? Then yeah, no, I can't do that. That burns it. And I can't. Once he's out there, I can't pull him back either. Okay, let's just worry about the other guy for a second. Bloop. Whatever. Okay, what I need to do is switch sides for these guys. I need to find some way to get these guys onto each other's stoves. Maybe if I move that guy up. I think, yeah. I can get one of them on there. But now, moving that guy out of the way, I think could put him out of reach. I can't get him over to the right. So... This is a game where just everything is in everything else's way. I don't remember how I did it before. I got as far as I did. So that's gonna... And now they're just both out of reach. Can't do anything from there. Ugh. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Well, let's just push that guy in and just make sure that everything I want to do here is possible. So I can do each of them. I just can't figure out how to get them out of each other's way. How do I just navigate this treacherous area? If I could somehow... by the way, one thing I love about this game is that it lets me continue playing the puzzle after I fail. So I can just experiment with, okay, can I do this? If I theoretically was able to get rid of this thing, could I move this other thing into place? Lets me kind of break the puzzle down into pieces and solve them one at a time. So I guess I could do that, right? So I can move it that way. So I am not a... Oop, wait a minute. No, I'm not going to be able to get that. Hold on, back that up a little bit. I am not a puzzle designer. And so things like this, I mean, one reason I love games like this is because they're so mystifying to me. Like, this is not the kind of game design that I do. And, you know, I don't quite understand how someone comes up with a particular challenge like this. The thought process that they go through. Like, you know, I know how people plan out combat systems. I know how they plan out, you know, resource management systems. I know how, you know, to try to approach game narrative. But puzzles like this that are just like weird abstractions of logical conundra just blow my mind. Okay, so on its face, this seems straightforward, except the problem is I can't roll one of them back across. You think, oh yeah, well, I'll just roll one of these across this, and then the other one. Oh, wait a minute. I can't do anything with that guy. So let's try... Here, can I do that? Well, theoretically I can, but now I can't... Wait. Aha! Yes, I can do this. I can't even remember which of these puzzles I've successfully solved in the past, which ones I haven't. Because they're all still hard, even coming back to them for the second time. I'm not going to go too much further with this, just because, you know, this game is fun to discover, and so I don't want to... Okay, so that's a bad move, right? Because... I don't know, it's just going to be a... I can't slide it to the right now, it'll get burned. Yeah, I'd love for people to be able to discover this on their own. Okay, this is a lot of sausage. Alright, well that happened. Doesn't help with this one at all. Yeah, I'm not... You know what? I'm not going to get that one during the stream. So, 3 sausages is too much for me. I have a 2 sausage brain, maximum. Okay, so... Oh, right, I can't go across that. So theoretically, if I don't care about that guy, I can... Wait, what can I do? Like that? No. Yeah, just trying to figure it out for one of these guys is hard. Oops. Can't go back. I would have to do that, and then I still can't. I can't do it. Can't do it. Oh. So it feels like this ought to be for something, right? Like I'm supposed to get one of these guys out of the way. See, once it goes out there, I can't get it back. So that can't be the answer. Again, you know, solving the puzzle by figuring out what I can't do. So I can do this. No, well, not that. I can do that too. That just loses. If there was a way for me to, before rolling that guy down, I just want to get this guy to move up to get out of the way. Let's separate the two, because I can do that, I can do that. And then, oh wait, I can do this? Okay, that guy's in the bag. Except he's in the way now. So, nope. That guy goes down there. Basically, he's going to follow the same path as the other dude. Hey there, Dan31. Yeah, no, I know exactly how you're feeling looking at this game. It's a weird one. So, just trying to get my sausages taken care of here. Okay. Before, what I did was that, so that I could back up and start manipulating that guy. But I can't do that. So how do I... I'm reversing here in case anyone's wondering what's going on. How do I get this jerk out of the way without burning my sausage? Is there... I mean, he can't go down. Ow. And I can't step on that. That knocks him in. Hey there, McKillum. There isn't a way to get below it and push it up. At least not without pushing it all the way out. Dang, this game is complicated. Because I can get it that far. But if I move down like that, I knock him in the water. I have to back down there. So is there just a different way? So I'm backing way up. I'm backing up, backing up. Okay. So I move that guy out of the way. So, okay, I think oh, okay, that's what I needed to do. I needed to move him up then, earlier. That's why it wasn't working, because I was doing it too late. I'd already committed to the wrong move. So now, push that guy over there. Up there. Up there. And then the coup de grace. Oh, wait. How am I going to... This way? Yeah. Boom! Sausage is cooked. McKillum asks, what's cooking? And Dan31 says, soggy sausages. Right, so I think that's about as much of this game as I want to show, mostly because I'm absolutely sure the next one I try, I will never solve. But this is Steven's Sausage Roll, and it is a fascinating game, because, you know, I imagine there's got to be a way to mathematically diagram the logic behind each of these puzzles, but they're abstracted into this super complex thing where you've got the mix of, you know, the rules about like how the sausage is allowed to move, how its sides are allowed to be cooked, the consequences of dumping it in the water, burning it, and then how my character moves. And there's all these different elements coming together to just make this just incredibly complex mess that, you know, at its core, the logic of this seems like it should be very, very simple. But there's just so many concerns competing in your brain. It comes up completely ridiculously complex. But I mean, yeah, it's an awesome game. I grabbed it on a Humble Bundle because they were doing you know, one of their like little indie games bonanzas. It was great, but it is available on Steam, so definitely worth checking out if this is the kind of thing you're into. But let's go do something else. So that was Steven's